Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Mendy, it doesn't help to go like this. You have to say it. It's a level. It is a level. We're getting there. Maybe next cycle. Hi, Rebelli. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to Klal Yisrael. The source for pointing with your pinky finger during Hagbah is brought down in the Me'am Loyes. And it's customary to point to the place of Sefer Torah with one's pinky finger and kiss it. This is also brought down by Reb Chaim Pelagi in Sefer Chaim. She should live Chaim. I got a few emails like that. Shalom, what's your name?
Shalom Aleichem.
From? Shalom Aleichem. Wow. It's chashuv. Oh, you know? Don't tell me he was your roommate in yeshiva, because like it comes out that you had a room with 500 people.
He worked for me. He went to 500 yeshiva. Yeah, he worked for the account.
Rabbi said we have nivgati.com. Somebody sent in AI, the biggest magic in the world, trashing a svarm store. Spasnished. Memela, you use AI, Trump at a rally screaming it's not about the Daf Yomi, Rose Garden, or a Baron speaking Chof Aleph Kislev, telling everyone to listen to Rebelli. Rebelli, you're doing something wonderful. Stay focused. We didn't do that. I was just showing what Zundel Berman did in his. Zundel Berman sent it to me. But it's okay. You shkoich for the Aras. Appreciate it. I'm saying I know what this guy's doing during Ben Azdarim. He has time to write these emails. It's no volume. Akiva Polak, dear Rebelli, I live in Lakewood. And I was very excited to come to the shir this past Sunday. It's the first time I heard a shir live from you. I was sitting in the third row directly in front of Moshe Handler. Moshe is a friend and past Chavrusa, told me about your shir. Been listening to Old Shroom as he drives his tricycle. Because he doesn't watch the Yomi, he does other Mesechtas. I want to give a special shikoyach. He just completed Yuma. We're making a scene say the Mayed soon, Be'ez Hashem. Shkolam, I'm working on it. I believe we share common cousins. Thank you for all you do. Klal Yisrael. Rabbi said, did I ever show this one? It looks very familiar. Is this? Is that a? Oh, it's not on. Is this Pressman's car? MDY. So we have Reb Reuven here yesterday, but he was. I don't know. He listens to YouTube during shir and he gets it on a delay. So all of a sudden he screams out. He goes,
it's only 1 second delay. It takes my brain 20 seconds just to answer you.
So a total of a 21-second delay. So he goes, I have 22 magnets in my car, and here's his car, but they're all the same. See, this is the nafkamina is that they're different.
There's 4 different types.
Okay. Givaldi.
16 on the back, 7 on the side.
No. Rabbi said the Sechta is sponsored. Oh no! We have more. We have some big news here. First of all, you probably. Wait a minute. Oh, but I don't know if you can go to the shir before. No, which one is it? Yeah, did I show it last night? Yosef, where did I show your thing? In the English? In English, okay. So here, he became famous around the world for my brother from another mother. So here he is today with us. He's leaving. He says he won't be able to be back for almost 5 months. He's going to Miluim now. Miluim, huh?
Every weekend, though.
On the weekend. Okay. And one last one. This is the first time we got somebody sending a video as he's eating.
Well, he shaven brochas, and this gentleman who joined Rabbi Stefansky is listening.
It's not official. It's not official.
Look at that.
Is that a shaven brochas? He's learning Torah.
Motzi Shabbos, the fish cat. Okay.
Motzi Shabbos, when he's sitting and learning in a shaven brochas. It's a beauty.
The Masechta is sponsored by David Salomon, dedicated memory of Avi Moiri, Reb Shmuel, Baruch Ben Reb Chaim Tzvi Doiv, Zechron Levracha. The Masechta is sponsored anonymous, Lili Nishmas, Doidi Shlomi Yehuda, Zechron Levracha Ben Shmuel Chaim, Zechron Levracha, Sheshoka Velama Kotchim Kol Chayav. Anonymous, L'schus Refuah Shleima Nachum Tzvi Ben Yenta, sponsored by Skybrook Capital. In honor of our friends Meir Kovacs, Taki and Shamshi Shlafak for the devotion to Torah study and the Shir. I saw Taki somewhere in New York. Both shiurim, that's what it was. Okay. Joel Gedalius, Lili Nishmas, my father, Jack Gedalius. Anonymous, Atzlach Baruch Nis, Uwe Gashmi. It's monthly sponsors. Anonymous, Baruch Adli Dai, Baruch Tzvi Nisim Ben Shoshana Leah, Yehuda B'Yom Ben Chava. Tzvi Jacobs, for Shlema, for Bracha Bat Chana. Weekly sponsors, Charlie Said. How do you pronounce? I want to wish my Eshes Chayil Toba of 50 years a happy 70th birthday. Beautiful. Daily sponsors, Brian Layton, in honor of the first yahrzeit of my mother, Clara Layton, Chaya Bas Yisrael. Eli Stefansky, he's here with us today. I didn't see this before. Celebrating 500 days with MDY since Baba Basra Dav Beis. Thank you, Rebelli, for changing my... Osher, get over here. Stefansky, get over here. Wow. It's really 500 days? Well, the first day you came to Eretz Yisrael or something? What did you tell me? The week before you made Aliyah from, where did you live before? London. And you decided to take on the daf and then make Aliyah. Usually, okay.
Minyan or the daf.
You haven't missed the day of Minyan or the daf. Mashma that before you did a shtickle miss Minyan. That's okay. Stefanskys do that. It's in the mishpacha. Wow. Kol hakavod lecha. 500 days. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. You should go weiter and finish us together. Gewaldig. MDY Art, monthly. How are you related to me again? Who's your grandfather? Was the pilot. Wow. I don't know why I didn't...
You were born.
I was born like mamish the same year. His grandfather's a pilot who got killed in a plane crash. He was flying a small plane over the water, and I said, Uba Hashemesh v'zarach Hashemesh. He was nifter that year, and then another pilot was born, another Stefansky pilot. Gewaldig. Not so gewaldig, but you know what I mean. Turning of the daf, not MDY Art, monthly. Refuah Shlema for Yehonatan Eitan ben B'Shev Bracha, who's here twice this week. Refuah Shlema Mordechai ben Esther. Refuah Hayelet Daniel Zev ben Ayelet Esther. Rabbi say we're holding on the bottom of Daf Nun Hey Amud Beis, the last two lines. So I have a couple of questions for the Olam. We that Zrika, does anybody remember what Meir, you still here in Eretz Yisrael? Or you came back? I came back. Shalom Aleichem. You're going to the same chasana? Who's chasana? Rabbinu. Oh, the Zayd is Dalton. Wow. Huh? He's the Tate, Rabinowitz? Dr. Rabinowitz, you're the father? Wow. Mazel tov.
72 years old.
And how? That's all the kala is? That's the Parshas Mamish Parshas Chayesara. 1 minute. You're the father of the. Really? Wow. Kol hakavod. It's a big simcha. 21. So you were 51 when you had it.
Someone.
Wow. Kol hakavod. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's a big simcha. Okay. Zinka. That's your last one. Final chasana, they're all Be'ez Hashem. Yevaldik. By the way, I forgot to say, that's it. Empty nesters now. I forgot to say Mazel Tov to Reb Nachman. Maybe a grandson. Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov. Unbelievable. First grandson. Really?
Moshe Brahman.
First one today.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
I don't know if you understand.
So I have a question here. Which carbon do you do for Zrikas? 4 Zrikas. Anybody remember? 4 Zrikas, Rabbi Sai. Chatos. Which carbonas do you do 2 Zrikas that are 4? A lot of them. A lot. Which carbon or carbonas do you do only 1 Zrika? Pesach, good. Bechar, anybody else? Meiser. Okay, good. Now I have another shaila. This is to warm up for the trauma, because we're going to have a 5-minute trauma sugya. Trauma, by trauma I mean the word pigul. It's 5 minutes. But I have pigul trauma. I have one question. If a person is shechting, a kohen is shechting an animal, and he has a thought that he's going to eat this animal after its permitted time, that's pigul. So he's shechting the animal. So let's say it's a shlamim. Shlamim, you're allowed to eat it the day of the shechita, that entire night following the day of the shechita, and the following day. So you have day, night, day. When is it usher to eat that animal? As you're the owner, you want to eat it. When does it become usher? At night, nighttime. Shalom Aleichem. Hold on a second. Nighttime. It's also no shkia. What chatzos? Nighttime. Chatzos is the end of the night. If you're allowed to eat it in the night, you can't eat it past chatzos. I'm talking about day. You're allowed to eat it day, night, day. When the day is over, it's also to eat. Whenever the day is over, shkia. So let's say a person had a thought, as this kohen, as he's shechting, he had a thought, he's going to eat it 2 hours after shkia. Is that pigul? L'chayr, it's pigul. He thought that he's going to eat it after he's not allowed to eat it anymore, after shkia. Is that pigul? Yes or no? If I'm asking the question, obviously it's not so pashut. So we're going to see a sheet in the Gemara that it's not pigul until the next day. Why? Chidush. You have to wait patiently. But there's such a shita. What's your name?
Yitzi Weinberger.
From?
Observer.
We got a bunch of normal people here today. What's going on? This guy, you. Wow. Not that it's just high class normal mention. What's going on here?
Not that anything wrong with that. Be normal.
We encourage the not normal people to come. You unfortunately are not one of those. Would you like? Somebody gave this to me. I think it's the guy that made it. What? Avi Charlap. This is a magnet that goes over in Hebrew it's called a cooker. You look through the door. So when you come to somebody's house, you have this on the door and you can mark off what Masechtas you learned. Anybody want this? Here it comes with paper also, the instruction booklet. Here. Save one for that guy. Who's that guy that always... Oh, he hasn't been here. Okay. Here. Pass it on. Hillel, you want one here? Okay, great. Next. Omar Rav Yehuda Mishmuel. On the bottom of Nun Heyman Beis. In Chayav Mishum Tuma Elo Al Oirich Meya. Here, do me a favor, Hillel. Give me this thing. Rebbe, you know how to do this? We'll see your talents here. This is the whole Azara, this whole green square. So it says in the Gemara that from here, from this point, all the way to the top, just leave it out. Oh, okay, good. From here to here is 187 amma. It's a lot. It's over 300 feet long. From here to here, 135. From here to here, 135, the width. From here to here, 187. So all the Gemara is saying is that this entire area is an area called Azara. You could shecht, kachim kalim, even over here, over here, over here. All these areas you're allowed to shecht. You could do kabal sadam here. You could eat, if kachim, chatos. You're allowed to eat over here, all these areas, the entire 187. And the same thing would apply for the negative. So if you are tamei and you walk into the Azara, even if you walk into this area or this area, you are over. You get karas for walking. You touch a dead rat. You walk in there. You went to Lavai. You walked in. All these, the entire year, 187 by 135. So there was a Tana who said this over in front of Rav Nachman. Kol Azara hoisa kuf pezayin aroichav kuf lamed.
There's no Tanaim of Nachman.
Yeah. I mean, somebody that knows the brises. Kol Azara hoisa kuf pezayin aroichav kuf lamed. The Azara was 187 by 135. So Rav Nachman heard this and he says, oh, you know what my father said about this? In the 135, 187, it all has Kedusha, so therefore you could eat the karbanas there. And you're permitted to shech in the entire area, all over. Now, if you remember, what's the issue? To shech over here. Big issue. The issue is that it says in the pasuk that's Pesach Oyel Moed, that you could see the Oyel Moed. So if you're standing here, this would be the area that you could see from your eye, from wherever your eyes could see. But your eyes standing over here cannot see over here. They can't see over here. They certainly can't see behind the. So we already answered that. We said over here, there's a door on the corner, and if you stand in this corner right over here, you can see this direction and you can see that direction. What about back here? We said there's a window in the Kodesh HaKadoshim. Here, there's the Kodesh HaKadoshim goes through, and you can see over here. Okay, so v'chayav mishum tuma. You could check there, and if you walk around anywhere in the Azara, you are chayav if you are tamei. Limudei mai. What does it come to exclude? Perhaps you're on this thickness of the wall. You're in a doorway right over here. You're in a window. Maybe that, and you're tummy, you're not chayiv. Or maybe if you're on this wall, on the giant wall, very wide wall, and you're eating the carbon, you're over, chatos, you'd be over. Or maybe you want a shecht right here on the wall. There's not enough room here. You come in the rush, Erev Pesach, you decide, you know what, I found a nice area right over here on the wall. Maybe I can't shecht there. Tanina, but it says, the windows and the width of the wall, kilifnim, have halacha fnim. Oh, so he did some Yossi Shachar, our English guy, our Friday Motzei Shabbos guy. Here we go.
נשמח לקבל מנת קורבן פסח. הרי מותר לאכול כאן פסח, זה כמו בפנים. השתגעת? פסח נאכל רק בלילה, ורק למנויים. נכון. בכלל לא פסח היום. אז תביא שלמים. בסדר.
It's Hamikdash, the thickness of the wall. Okay. Misada b'choma. Shma. Be'ezer Hashem, one day soon. What? Ve'ela l'mutei l'shachos. The lishka, there were different rooms here. Actually, this doesn't show. I like this picture better for this here. This one. If you look over here, you have all these different rooms here. Lishkas hagoyla, beis hanitzoitz, lishkas hagazis. Right over here, you have the lishkas hagazis. So you have different rooms. These rooms, for instance, if you take the lishkas hagazis, this one right over here, that was built. You could see it clearly here. It's built half outside of the Beis Hamikdash, half inside. There's actually like a dividing line in the Lishkas HaGazos. That's where the Sanhedrin sat. And half of it is considered Kodesh, half Chol. So maybe you're telling me that inside the Lishka, you cannot shecht, you can't eat your carbon, and if you're tamei, you're okay. You're not going to get einish, because it doesn't have the Kedusha. If they are built outside, in the mundane, outside of the Beis Hamikdash, but they're open, they have a door opening into the Beis Hamikdash, into the Azara, but not toichan kodesh. The inside is like kodesh. If it's built in the mundane, outside, and it's open to the kodesh, it has a halacha like kodesh. Maybe you could take that idea to us. We have a lot of balabatim. Balabatim, they work all day. They're in chol. Their body's in chol, their head is in chol. But when you start the day off with Torah, then you're open to kodesh, then you're a kodesh. You don't even have to go there. I'm doing even one step before. Even if it's not b'chol druch echad o'eyu. It should be, but you start it off.
And then toichan kodesh.
What?
And then you.
Toichan kodesh. If you start the day off. So the Israeli said last night, what about us? We learned the daf at the end of the day. So I said, no. You had to say, but the night is the beginning of the day. The night is the beginning of the day. Yeah. Says the Gemara, so it says Mefurish that Toichan Kodesh, these rooms have Gedusha, so you should be able to eat inside here, you should be able to shecht inside here. Says the Gemara, no, they don't have real Gedusha. It's Midrabanan. Their Gedusha is Midrabanan. So if it's Midrabanan, you're not allowed to eat in there, kachim. You're not allowed to shecht in there. As the Gemara, the Reis Eloi, Vatanya, it says Mefurish, L'shachis abnuya is b'chol, Upsuch is l'kodesh, Minayin shekoyanim l'chazim sham v'oichlin sham. If you stop right over here, a kite is permitted to go in there and eat. It's impossible for a Rabbanan to say, you're allowed to eat kachim in Eilat. You're allowed to eat kachim in Bet Shemesh. They can't do that. If it's not kodesh, they can make a chumrah. They can't make a kula. Chacham can't say in a place that is not kodesh midaraisa, you're allowed to eat there. They can never do that. So how does it say over here that if you have a lishka, a room, that's built in chayil, but it's open to the kodesh, how do you know that koyanim could eat there? That shows me that these l'shachos are kodesh. They are considered kachim, or kodesh, I should say. You're allowed to eat kachi kachim. V'shiyar mincha, the leftovers in the mincha. And how do we know this from a pasuk? This is geschmack to remember. Meaning in a kodesh place. Hatoira ripso chatzeros harbe etzel achila achas. Here, because there's a double lashon here. It says b'makom kadosh, b'chatzar el moed. That's double. We know chatzar el moed is kodesh, so it's b'makom kadosh b'chatzar el moed. To tell me, it's a ribui. That there's these rooms over here that are also included in the kodesh. They're also kodesh. So if I were to ask you, how do you know that you're allowed to eat a carbon in one of these rooms? It's a mefurish pasuk. So if I tell you that if you walk into this room, when you're tummy, you don't get an einish, it's not such a stira. Why? Because you don't have tumah, but you're allowed to eat it because it's a mefurish pasuk. I can't argue with a mefurish pasuk. Says the Gemara, Omar Rava, you telling me it says mefurish you're allowed to eat in there. Omar Rava la achila shani. What is achila shani? You have to make a distinction between eating and tumah. It's strange. It doesn't make sense, but it's a pasuk, so there's nothing you can do about it. When you're tumah and you walk in there, you don't get an einish. It's not considered kodesh for tumah. You're tumah and you walk in there, it's okay, but it's still all right to eat kachim in there. It's still kaddish enough to eat kachim in there. So if it's kaddish enough, you should be. And you walk in there, you should get a punishment for what? No, for that I don't have a pasuk. For eating kachim, I have a special pasuk, the Torah riba achilois harba. Torah ripso achatzeres harba.
But not avoda. You wouldn't be able to do shchita there. Only achila.
Correct. We have a special ribui for achila only, and that is what? That's a chatzar. That's a lishka that was built outside of the Beis Hamikdash, open into the Beis Hamikdash. There's a difference. There's a lishka that's inside the Beis Hamikdash. Avli and Tumi Eloi. You're telling me that if you're tummy, you walk into one of these rooms, you're fine. So we actually have a little bit of a, let me see if I, here, take a look at this. See, this is a bird's eye view of two l'shachais, here, three actually. You see these rooms right over here? So you did this, look at it for a second. Now if you pay attention, there's a wall, a thick wall running right through everything. But the guy in purple is completely on the other side of the wall, on the side of the Azara. That's 100% in the Beis Hamikdash. The other ones are built outside of the wall. So says the Gemara, the ones that are built in the mundane, the ones in blue, light blue. They're permitted to eat kachim over there. That's from the pasuk. You cannot shecht there, but it says you are chayav if you are tummy and you walk in there. So it's not exactly what you said. Says the Gemara, why can't you shecht? Think about it. Something doesn't rhyme over here. You cannot shecht in these rooms. Why can't you shecht in this room right over here, the blue room? Why not? Because it's outside. It doesn't have kedusha. So Tninami.
Inside part.
What?
It's even the inside part.
What do you mean in the inside?
It's inside. Half of the room is inside the outside.
Yeah.
I'm saying that half.
Correct.
Gets drawn out.
Everything is considered as if it has no kedusha. That's why you can't shecht in there. So Tninami and chayavim. That's why if you walk in there when you're tamei, you're not chayav. Why? Because there's no kedusha. So there's no kedusha. How can you eat there? How can you eat kachim there? Because there's a mefurish pasuk that says you're allowed to eat it. You know what? I could say that the reason why if you're shecht in this room right over here is because you see there's walls, there's all sorts of things. You don't see, there's no direct eyesight to the entrance to the heichal. I understand that. But what's the pshat that if you're tummy, you walk in there, you're not chayiv? Says Gemara, I'll explain to you. The tamei ain't sheichtim. Time out. Can it be that you shechted right over here, right into the doorway of this room, and there is a direct line of sight? What's the word I'm looking for? Line of sight. Direct line of sight from this area. Okay, fine. You're hiding in this corner. I get it. But when you're at the doorway, I see it. And if I'm over here in this lishka, and there's a beautiful from here to here, how come I can't shecht right over here in the lishkas hagazes at the entrance? So you have to say pshat. Because if it's talking about a situation where you're hiding in the corner, for that I don't need any limud. That's pashut. I need to be able to see the doorway. Even though you could see the doorway of the heichal, it says you're still not allowed to shechter. Why? The lay kaddish. There's no kedusha there. So Mela by tumah also tinami chayavim. Therefore, I must say that when it comes to tumah, also there's no kedusha, and you're not chayav. So what comes out? When one of these rooms is built in the mundane chayil, so are you allowed to eat in there? Yes. You're allowed to eat kachim in there. Why? Because it's a pasuk. Just if you walk in there when you're tamei, you don't get einish. And are you allowed to shech there? No. What about if it's built inside the Beis Hamikdash completely, like this guy right over here, the purple guy? So then, if you walk in there when you're tamei, you're in big trouble because it's inside the Beis Hamikdash. It has the kedusha. However, what about shchita? So you're allowed to eat in there for sure, because that we have a pasuk. You're not allowed to go in there when you tell me why, because it's inside the Beis Hamikdash. What about shchita? Could I shecht in there? No. Why not? Because you can't see. Tzidei tzdadim. That's why we had the pasuk of tzidei tzdadim. Can't see in Shalom Yisrael. Ask the Gemara. Wait a minute. You just told me shchita. Until now, we were talking about the last daf yesterday, the day before. That there's a concept called Pesach Oyel Moed. You have to be able to see from the doorway anywhere that you shecht. And if you can't see, you can't shecht. What about eating? Do we have the same concept? In order to eat, you cannot hide over here. I don't remember. Maybe I said this in the English shir last night. Did I say it? I don't remember. I just remember I said it last night. But it bugged me a little bit that I got like lost in the airport or something. I said it in the English or the Hebrew? In the English. Okay, so I'm not going to say it again. Fine. Were you here last night? You guys weren't here? I'll say it real quick. So I just recently, I was in the airport, I went up an escalator, made a left turn, and there's no people there. And then I go into the room, and all of a sudden I see a bunch of these airport workers hiding, and they're all on their phones, but they're making sure that the boss doesn't see them, you know what I'm saying? Like government workers. I just thought about it over here. Like the guy wants to eat a sandwich in peace. Right behind there, he doesn't want any client bother him or whatever. Is he allowed to eat here? Or he has to have the direct line of sight from a door? So says the Gemara, but over there we said there's direct line of sight. But what if he goes inside over here, into one of these rooms? Oh, so we had this already the other day. Let's do it again. Here, the 3D view of the Shnei Pishpishim. That doorway, right over there, on the angle, on the corner, that's a pishpish. Here it is from this. Rav Eisvish, where's your challah? Give me your challah. He's making a macha because it looks like a bunch of kitchen knives, steak knives over here. Whoa. Okay, let's just go for the real one. He's getting nervous. Wow.
I just need my daddy.
Wow. One question. How many cows did this thing kill?
Many years.
Many years. Really? This thing lasts for many years? It looks new. Wow.
From the lamb is at least 8 years old.
What?
The one from the lamb is at least 8 years old.
8.
18.
AD? 80? Hold on. 18? No, 18 or 80? Before the Second World War. Is that 18 years ago? I don't think so. Hold on. But I don't understand. It's this way. I have a question. If you keep on sharpening and sharpening it, it doesn't lose. It doesn't like lose very little, really. Scary stuff. Okay, here. Pass this back down. I want to see this 80-year-old knife. $80 years old. That's stainless steel then? Starting to crack over here. Looks like this little teeny. I'm serious.
Doesn't look a day older.
Doesn't look a day older than 70. Wow. What does it cost? Something like this new? $1,000? $1,000 for a knife like this. Wow. But they didn't have this in the time of the Beis HaMikdash. Vice fish. You think they had this kind of perfection, stainless steel, the whole zach? How do you travel with this? You just put it in your suitcase. You can't bring this on a plane. It would not be a good idea. Wow, Yishkoyach. Okay. These doorways, Rabbi said, these doorways were 8 amas tall. Because the problem is that this, if you stand right over here or right over here, this is behind the door. You can't see the doorway. There's all these walls blocking. Therefore, they made a doorway on the corner. So if your head is right here in the corner, your head has the ability to see in this direction, and you're good. Omar. Oh, so it says Mefurish that Kedei lahachshir is hazara lachilas kochi kochim. What do you need this for? So you could see everywhere. And if you could see everywhere, you could eat. It says lachilas. It doesn't say l'shchitas. It does say l'shchitas. But in addition to that, it says lachilas kochi kochim u l'shchitas kochim kalam. L'shchita we said already. That's why we need the doors. But it also says lachilas kochi kochim. So you see, you need to be able to see in order to eat. You need to be able to see everywhere. You're right, it's a great question. Therefore, we have to make a little bit of a girsa change and take out the words lachilas kochim. You don't need to be able to see everywhere. In order to eat, you don't have to be able to see when you're eating a sandwich. You don't have to see a door opening. It says by miluim, bashus abasar, pesach oyel moed. You have to have the door. V'sham toichlu. By the door, you see a doorway. V'sham toichlu oisai. Says the Gemara, Kachi Shah Shani. You're right, it says it by Miluim, but that's a one-time thing in the time by the inauguration of the Mikdash, of the Mishkan. But later on in generations, when you ate, you didn't have to see a doorway. New sugya, Rabbi say brand new sugya. This is a fascinating thing. The blood of the carbon, once shkia hits, you can't sprinkle it anymore. If you can't sprinkle it anymore, then the carbon is possible. You have a carbon. We know that the mechaper, the main part of the avodah is to do the sprinkling of the blood. Once it's shkia, it's all over. Why is this fascinating? There's 2 words here. When I first read it, I'm American, so hakrivai to me means, what does hakrivai mean? What does it mean to everybody here? You're all Americans. To be makros, to sacrifice. No, that's not what it means. It means to sprinkle the blood. Over here it means to sprinkle the blood. To bring close, it means the blood. Es zivchai means shchita. Shchita. So we have 2 things here. We have the blood and we have shchita. So the Gemara says, since you have these 2 words, and we're going to go with these 2 words the whole time, hakriva means zrika sadam, zivchai means shchita sabehema. So, biyoim shato ziveach atamakriv. It has to be in the same day. It says biyoim. On the day that you do the shchita, that's the day you have to do the zrika. You can't wait till the next day. Biyoim shiato ziveach I ato makriv. Rashi just says a very interesting thing here. We'll do Rashi. It says Rashi, if you remember, who doesn't remember, the famous video, im alu lo yirdu, if even the blood goes onto the mizbeach, you don't take it off the mizbeach. Even if it stayed overnight, it could stay on there. Says Rashi, I have a bucket of blood that stayed overnight. It's almost like lemashal. You put the blood in the refrigerator, so it's good to go. So maybe I could take that blood in the next morning. Okay, at night you're not allowed to do Zrikas Adam. But the next morning I want to do Zrikas Adam, maybe I should, because it was on the Mizbeach. It saved it, so to speak. It's a safe zone. It's on the Mizbeach, lo yered. Says Rashi, no, you can't use it for that. So this is why it becomes fascinating. What does Shkia mean? What's Shkia? So we understand what Shkia. Shkia means when the sun, every Shabbos, especially in my family, we run to the mirpeset to see if the sun is going, like where's the sun holding? Could you still do that last malacha? You know, could you turn on the oven? Well, it's Shkia. How do you know Shkia? I don't know, but look at the sun. It's going down. That's Shkia. So there's the famous Rabbeinu Tam, and it's brought out in Taisus right here on this Amud. Rabbeinu Tam says no, Shkia is 72 minutes after that. Shkoyach. I was in Darchi Torah, speaking to the school that I went to, and a whole drasha. I'm a little bit upset because nobody told me that I was like this the whole entire time. So they're showing these videos everywhere, and this is it, like this. One guy, just be. It's not embarrassing. Be nice. It's chesed. What?
Like you, by my daughter's chassid. You came up to class from going the wrong way.
Did I really?
Because
I'm a caterer. This is in my neshama. Yeah.
Right in the middle of the chuppah.
What am I supposed to do? Do it after the chuppah?
Oh, good, exactly.
Okay, good. You repaid me back. Okay. Was he still on me?
No, he's behind you.
Should I kill it and cheer? Should I show you my talents?
Yeah, give us the knife.
Shut this guy in a second. Okay, so anyways, listen to this. Listen to this Taisus. This is a super important Taisus. There are going to be people that are not going to like this so much. But I got to say it. I got to push the right buttons here. Says Rabbeinu Tam that for 72 minutes, it's still daytime. It's still day. When the sun disappears from your eyesight, that's your problem. But it's still daytime. You have 52 and a half minutes plus 13 and a half minutes. I'm sure Rabbi Shomer wrote this week a whole thing about it. Is it this week? A different week. That's in Menachos Daf Chav?
Same Taisus.
Same Taisus. And in Shabbos we had it. Fine. But here Taisus is a beautiful thing. This is mamish unbelievable. It says Taisus, "U'mepasik miyuter memad lehacha mebiyom akrivay." Says you're right. I, Rabbeinu Tam, hold that shkia, the real shkia, is 72 minutes later, and that's why a lot of people are makpid not to do melacha on Motzei Shabbos 17 minutes after shkia. Okay, because it's still daytime, it's still Shabbos. But says Taisus, there's a special pasuk here that says that when the sun goes down, immediately when the sun goes down, the blood is gone. That's a pasuk. You're right, daytime is 72 minutes later. But the pasuk tells me when the sun dips below the horizon, that's it. The blood is gone. Mishkias achama means what the Litvaks thinks Shkias achama is. There's a pasuk for that. This is the beginning of Shkia. The beginning of Shkia. Says the Rabbeinu Yoina, this is a Rishon. Why do we daven mincha? Why do we daven mincha? For the carbon tamid, the second carbon tamid. It represents the second carbon tamid of every day. If so, says the Rabbeinu Yoina, you're not allowed to daven mincha once the sun goes down in the beginning of Shkia. It's also to daven them because the blood is possible for the carbon tamid. This is Rabbeinu Yoina. I'm not making this up. There's a base that the Rabbeinu Tam himself holds that. The Rabbeinu Tam who says that the 72 minutes, but when it comes to carbon and the blood of the carbon, that's the beginning of the Shkia, says Taisus. Here, this. Memela comes out that you're not allowed to daven mincha after Shkia. So there are people I saw with my own eyes, what? What? No, he says in the Rabbeinu Tam. So there's people that say the makbid to daven after Shkia to show that the Rabbeinu Tam, I was in Minyan like that. No, it's not Shkia. We got to go after Shkia. We have to understand. Okay, Al Kapanim, I'm sure they have different things. Just thought it's a little controversy. Doesn't hurt. Says the Gemara. So we have a pasuk here that says that the blood becomes pasul. Here we did a little bit of thing. I don't know how meduik it is. Al pi halacha, not al pi halacha. 1 second here.
Noi, 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 noi. Tre, noi, noi. Noi, 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 noi.
עצור מיד, אדם נפסל בשקיעת החמה.
יש עוד 72 דקות עד רבנו תם.
Noi, 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 noi.
That's not accurate. Okay. Haimim Bayale says the Gemara, but this pasuk that tells you that the blood becomes possible, right? By Shkia, I need it for something else. Ligufei. What's ligufei? Ligufei means, let's see if I have something here. Oh, ligufei. Let's look at this. Forget where it says Arli Yoim Aleph. Arli Yoim Aleph, we're not starting there. Where do you shech the carbon? You shech the carbon in Yoim, during the daytime, where it says Yoim 1, day 1. I'm allowed to eat it day 1. I'm allowed to eat it night 2. And then I'm allowed to eat it day 2. That's it. Day, night, day. We got to get used to this. Yeah? 1 and 2. Arli Yoim 3, you see where it says Arli Yoim 3 all the way at the end? I would take it off. I wish I could take it off. The Arli Yoim 1 and Yoim 3. Okay, Yoshi wanted to show the whole picture. Day, night, day, night, day, night. But you're shechting in daytime. So it's really, the chart should start during the day. Yoim 1, you get 1 night and 1 day. The reason why we have Arli Yoim Shalosh, that's because that's the next sugya. And I mentioned it in the beginning of this year, where you're thinking thoughts, or you're actually eating the food the night following day 2. You're allowed to eat it day 1, the day you shecht, that whole night, and the following day. That's it. Day, night, day. So, L'gufei, I need a pasuk for that. So says Imar, you're right. I do learn it from the pasuk. What? Oh, and take off Yom 3 also, please. All the way at the end. Oh, much better for me. Oh, and now, if you can, take Ariel Yom 3 and move it away from Yom 2. Could you do that? Move it over an inch. Separate it slightly. That would be gewaldig. You able to do that?
Green around the first 3.
Okay, there's green. I don't see it. From here, I didn't see it. You're right. Oh, like that. About fine. Gewaldig. Oh, now it makes sense to me. You're allowed to eat 1 a day, a night, a day. That's what you're allowed to. Great. Gewaldig. Let's see what happens. You might have messed up all the let's see if we got messed up here. But right now it's gewaldig. I love it. Okay. Zok the Gemara. Kain nemikra b'yom zivcha yachal. Why the two? Remember, there's 2 words there. One was hakrivai. Hakrivai means blood, and zivcha means shecht. If just to say that you could eat it for a day, night and a day, then just say b'yom zivcha yachal. The day that you shechted it, you should eat it. Hakrivai, lovely. Why do you need the word hakrivai, which was blood? Shema b'yom shata zivech adam akriv. It comes to tell us that the day that you shecht, there's 2 words there, shchita and zrika, they go on the same day. Asking Gemara a very simple question. Maybe the Torah is trying to say, in other words, what the Gemara is trying to do here, maybe the eating is dependent on the zrika. So, you could do zrika 2 different times. You could do the zrika the day that you shechted, and you could do the zrika the following day, perhaps. If you do the zrika the day that you shechted, so you get to eat it that day. If you do the zrika the following day, so you get to eat it that day. Who says that you must do the zrika the day you shechted? If you do the zrika sadam that day, then you can eat it today and tomorrow. You get a special bonus. You get it today, like this chart. But if you do the zrika the following day, then you can only eat it the following day. You get to eat the bulb here, 2 and 3. You're right. This day, night day, starts at a different time. We'll start tomorrow. If that's the case, the day that you shechted, the day that you sprinkle the blood, meaning even the following day, then the clock starts. That should say b'yom hakriv yachal. Why does it say zivchai? Again, we're using the 2 words together because it says shchita in the same pasuk as zrika. Great. That's the end of the sugya. That the day that you shechted, that's the day when the clock starts, and you have a day, night, and day, sponsored by.
That day you have to do the zrika has to be done the same day.
The zrika has to be done the same day as the shchita. Adar global. Lili nishmas Reb Zelig ben Reb Avram Meyer Meisels. Lili nishmas Reb Yehuda Doiv ben Reb Yisrael. Anonymous says chus has v'atzlach and ruchnis and gashmis. Judah Elisha ben Bat Schlesinger for atzlach and simcha for Yol Yehuda ben Devora. Eli Sheva Miriam Baschana and Batya Bas Eli Sheva Miriam. Itmar. A tiny sugya here, maybe 8 lines of Pigel. Going back to our beautiful Pigel. Someone came over to me. What happened to Pigel? I didn't hear from Pigel for a week. Don't worry about it. Here it is. Itmar. Hamachashiv Lor Shlishi. Oh, we actually have a beautiful addition today for the Pigel video. It was done in the middle of the night. Hamachashiv Lor Shlishi. Here, so let's go back to that chart that Avremi did. Mamash Yishkoyach. Give me such a no. You're permitted to eat one day, one night, one day. What if during the shechita, here he is, that's the Shlomim Marnechal. What if, I don't know what happened there, here. Oh, it works. As he's shechting, on day 1 of course he's shechting, he's thinking in his mind he's going to make a barbecue the night after when you're not allowed to eat it anymore. Is that considered pigul? L'chari, yes. There's no reason why not. It's after the time that you're allowed to eat it. But we have a machlokes. Hamachashiv lo shlishi. Chizkiah makosher. Rebbe Yehuda apostle. Rebbe says apostle. Chizkiah makosher. The lo'idin niklas sereifa. You know why? Take a look. No, not this.
Go away. Let me sleep.
That's nice, sir. Okay, we ruined it a shtickle, but not this. This. Okay, it says in the bottom, what happened? Oy vey, Avremi, we should have made a copy, then done it. Let's see, maybe over here. No, we ruined it. Okay, so in the original one, it shows that you could only burn it. Oh, that's why I had it. Oy. I shouldn't have taken it out. On Yom 3, that's when you could burn. That's when you burn the leftovers. So the burning occurs only after the night. Oh, we're back to that. So let's see. Yeah, here we go. Givaldik. It's burnt on Yom 3. Since you can only burn it on day 3, so pigul only occurs from that point on, from the point that you can burn it, not from the point that you can't eat it anymore, which is early Yom 3. It's Yom 3. It has to do with the burning. By the way, I just want to show you what pigul is, real quickly, just in case you forgot. Pigul is a person during the shechita.
Hey, זה אני. ילדתי בן, הכל בסדר ברוך השם. תתחיל לארגן את הברית.
Organize the bris.
מזל טוב!
I'm doing this for Mati Belsky, for no one else.
תגיד, אני מוזמנת לברית?
Am I invited to the bris? Mati, this is Kvater. You didn't see this, Mati?
המגש הרב הגויין הרב אלי סטפנסקי שליטה מכובד מצנדי קויס. ויהי קורא שמוי בישראל זה לא ידעב זה היוני.
They call the babies, that's the name.
Sag hier sich ein Achras.
כן, בטח, אתה גיל, על מגש.
You're going to come on a tray. You're invited to come on a tray.
לתינוק יש צהבת, אין ברירה, אלא לזכות את הברית.
Okay.
We're pushing off the bris, so Mamela he's going to eat the meat. He eats the meat now, and he's over cars. This is today's edition. So they did Vikar Shmai Yisrael. What's the name? Zela Daf Yomi. That's the baby's name.
I don't like that name.
It's stolen from this one, which I showed last night.
And we call this child in Yisrael by the name Chaim Noach Yom Tov Leiba ben Meyer.
No, I don't like that
We were talking last night about there are people, I know people, my wife's best friend, she told her kids, do not name your children after me. I hate my name. I don't know why my parents call it. So people in this, they were saying, yeah, my wife also, Reb Chaim Levitin said his mother said, do not, her name is Pesel, Yocheved Pesel.
No,
Pesel Yocheved, she only found out her name is Yocheved at her own wedding when she looked in the invitation that said her name there. And she said, do not, she made a tzavad to all the daughter-in-laws, to the daughters, do not call your kids. Okay, there's such a thing. Itmar. Oh, sorry. It makes sense. This is what we were all saying. Once you can't eat it, it becomes that thought of eating it in a time that you can't eat it that night. That makes it pigul. Now, what about eating? Ha'oichel la'or shlishi. Hatzlacha gdoiler Rabbi Yosef. Ha'oichel la'or shlishi. So that's called pigul. That's called noisar. We're not talking about a machshava here, a thought of eating in the wrong time. Just literally eating this carbon right over here. Oi, you should have at least saved what you did. Avremi. Okay, whatever. Making him crazy. Anyway, he had not a thought to eat it on Arli Yom Shalosh. He ate it. He literally ate it when it was past its due date. It's expired meat. That's called noisar. You know what? The Chiddush Gadol Ma'od, we never knew about this. You're only over the following morning, even though right now you're not allowed to eat it anymore. It's nighttime, but it's night and you can't burn it. So if you can't burn it and you ate it, you don't get chorus for eating noisar. What do you mean? You're not allowed to eat it. Once you're not allowed to eat it and you eat it, you get chorus. I have a right to Rabbi Yochanan. If there's, it's interesting. In a carbon, there's 3 different timelines for different things. Everything has a different time. So when the kohen, as he's doing the shechita, he thinks about item 1. That machshava is one time. L'mashal mechashvim b'damam. If he thinks about doing the zrikas hadam, when is zrika? We said when is zrika possible? The Rebbeinu Tam and not Rebbeinu Tam. When is it? Shkia. So if you think about 1 minute after shkia, that's pigul. We know about the Imurim here. So here, Yoshi just did it. The 3 different machshavas. The machshava of Zrikas Adam is immediately after Shkia at night. The machshava of Imurim putting it is right after the morning. And the machshava of eating a barbecue is the following night. Once it's daytime, you can't throw the Imurim, the different things, the parts that go onto the Mizbeach, you can't do that anymore. So if you think about putting them on the Mizbeach after that time, that's pigul. If you thought about making a barbecue out of your shlamim after 2 days and a night, meaning the second night, that's mechashim damish. Sorry. Rashi just says, very interesting Rashi, I just want to show you here. He says that all here, in the bottom, he says, it doesn't matter if it's a blood of a shlamim or a toida or a chatas, blood and imurim are always considered kachi kachim, which we mentioned the other day as well. Think about it. Take a chatas. How do you eat a chatas? The part of the chatas, when you're allowed to eat it? The day of the shechita and the night until chatzos midrabana. So how come shlam is not the same thing? Shlam should be double. Day, night, day, night. Why stop by the day? Why is it also during the night? You should be able to eat it at night. The third night. Or I should say the second night. Where's that thing? Here. Right here, Gevaldik. He did it. You should be able to eat it on the red square. B'dinu. Makes sense. There's karbanas like a taida, which you can only eat 1 day and 1 night, and there's karbanas like a shlam. They could eat 2 days. The night follows the taida. You're allowed to eat it for a day, and the following night, so those who could eat for 2 days, you should be able to eat the following night as well. There's a passage that says no. You can't. So Mela, maybe you should be able to burn it right here in the red box. Once the day is over, burn it immediately. Why do you have to wait till the next following morning? And it makes sense. We have a Toido, we have Shlamim. Think about it. When do you burn the carbon chatas? When you can't eat the chatas anymore, which is when? When can you eat the chatas anymore? The next morning. Alisa Shachar, you're allowed to eat the chatas day, night. At the end of the night, which is Alisa Shachar, you have to stop eating it. When can you burn it? The next minute. So Mela by Shlamim also. When you stop eating it, when do you stop eating it? By Shkia. The next minute you should be able to burn it. Right after you can't eat it. You burn it. That extra base. You can only burn it during the day. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.